I know how difficult it is to feel like you can just feel okay in your body as it is. We have grown up in a culture that is so narrow in its view on what is considered beautiful, acceptable, healthy, and our minds just get conditioned to believe that that's the best way to be, to have this certain body type, through the constant barrage of images that we see not only on social media, but of course what we see in television and movies and advertisements. It's one look. And it's even harder when we get that message growing up from family members, especially from parents who struggle with their own body, who are obsessed with their food and exercise and eating, and are often making comments about directly your body or somebody else's body, because that's tied into this deep, yearning as a child to feel safe, to feel loved, to feel good enough, to feel accepted. So that gets wired in there really young, and it's just reflected out there in the society. So we come to think that there's something wrong, that fundamentally we're not good enough, or there's this intense pressure or this desire to keep the body looking attractive or a certain way, because it feels so threatening to be outside of that. It feels like a loss of love, that if we don't have that, who will we be? It literally invokes our survival system in our bodies that make it feel like we have to continue to be on the diets, to look a certain way. Like, it literally feels life-threatening. And so it's why people keep doing it. It doesn't actually bring people joy to do this. And I know it probably doesn't bring you joy. Like, really joy that can't come from this feeling of trying to change the body in order to feel enough. That's not where joy comes from. And so you make these changes to try to feel good enough, and all that really does is make you feel safe for a while, because you're constantly having to do it. Like, as soon as you stray at all from the ideal, the survival mechanism kicks in again, and it feels like danger, danger, danger. I need to, lose that weight again. I need to change something. But that's all it does. It's a fix. It's trying to keep the scary emotions away. And really, the true way to feel good in the body is to really see everything that we've been conditioned with that's gotten in the way of us being able to listen to what authentically feels good for us. Because if we're living a life that's authentic to us, that's true to us, we may then not have the body that we think we need to have in order to feel safe. So we might be in a bigger body, or, a body that doesn't look however you think it's supposed to look in order to feel safe. And then yet, though, that keeps you in that disconnect from being more deeply happy in living a life that's authentic to you. And so it's really about seeing all of the layers of belief that got conditioned into the mind that, we innocently believe is true, and that we think we need to follow in order to feel okay. And that's just not the truth. Because the truth is that we are all fundamentally okay and worthy and good enough like as the base level. That's like the foundation of us. You know, we come into this world worthy and valuable and good enough and empowered and trusting ourselves. But then we get conditioned really early on that takes us away from that. And so really what we're all yearning for is a return to that. But we have to be able to go through these layers of belief that aren't true and have them removed. And we don't get to do that, though, without going through the feelings of unsafety. So we have to learn to be able to feel these negative feelings that are come up, these fearful feelings, and realize that we are safe actually. Like we're not in real danger. And how to work with those emotions so that when we can actually feel them, we can release them. And when we do that, we're releasing all of the beliefs and thoughts that were attached to them along with them. And when we release that, we're left feeling lighter and we're left having access to that foundation again of who we really are. That's authentic to us, that knows our worth, that's empowered. But it's a process and it's a learning and it's a practice. This is the healing work. So I don't have any excuse me. If you can tell, I'm a little sick today. I don't have any judgment if you feel like you just can't do that right now, because I know that it takes a bit of courage to do this work, and you maybe just feel like you can't do it now. And I get that. I couldn't do it at the beginning either. It took time to kind of build to that. But you are capable of doing it when you're ready. And I'm also here for support and to help you through that process when you're ready. Because this is a process to freedom. This is how you end up accepting your body, because acceptance is just what's there when you're able to let go of all of this conditioning. You already feel good enough. You don't see it as a problem. And then you end up feeling better in yourself and moving towards more well-being because you're anchored into that part of you that deeply cares for yourself. So it's really a path to better health and wellness too overall. So that's what I wanted to share for you today. And I'm going to be running a workshop pretty soon. I don't know exactly when, but I am going to be running a workshop that's going to help you learning to move through these emotions, to remove these layers of conditioning. It's going to be called Feel to Heal. It's going to be a series. And the best way to find out about when I'm doing it is to get on my email list, and then you'll know when I'm running it. And in order to get on my email list, you can either download my free guide to body acceptance, or you can also join my free weekly meditation group. Both will get you on my email list. Both also just offer you great supports to help you along this path. And I look forward to being able to support you in this.